Okay, a lot more sunshine today. Not as many people outside today too, for whatever reason. Well, that in mind, what did I read today? How about this first one, which was kind of peculiar? You've heard of stories of people using drones to transport things like drugs into jail, but apparently this one, somebody was flying drugs on his drone and he crashed it in a house, and because of that, as you would imagine, he was arrested. This one says, man arrested after drone with narcotics crashes. I'm still trying to figure out what he was doing. Was he trying to practice transporting drugs with his drone or something like that? It says a man was arrested after he crashed his drone carrying narcotics into a home. On August 19, 2025, homeowners on the 18,500 block of Hannah Makala Lane called Team HCSO for help after a man showed up at their front door after crashing his drone into their home. I mean, that in itself probably happens in a lot of cases. Somebody flying their drone and for whatever reason they crashed on someone's property. It says the homeowners turned over the drone and multiple bags of narcotics containing methamphetamine and fentanyl to deputies. Deputies also discovered the suspect's vehicle, driven by Jason Brooks, 49, was unregistered and missing a proper tag.
Wait, where's this drone at the moment?
It showed me it was in the backyard, but
Okay.
I tried to knock.
You know we can't just be going in people's backyards trying to look for shit.
I know, that's why I knocked.
Oh, names. Oh, okay. Share this. Okay. All right. Well, give me the remote. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Just come off, and I will mess with it later. Let go of your hand. You can let go.
What? I'm not holding on to anything.
And so ultimately he was arrested and charged with the following: operating an unregistered vehicle, attaching tag not assigned, driving while license canceled, suspended or revoked, possession of controlled substance with intent to sell or deliver, possession of controlled substance, out of country warrant. PCVOP failed to appear. So I guess it was a known suspect per se. Again, I don't know what the guy was thinking. Was he, for example, practicing? Imagine that, crashing your drones with drugs on it and then knocking on the door saying, oh, can I have my drone back with all these drugs, please? I guess at least it makes the police officer's job a lot easier, huh? This way, when you have criminals like this. And without that of drones, this was going around the news a lot today. Apparently, there was a drone that crashed, and this one, it exploded. This one says, Russian military drone crashes and explodes in eastern Poland. Defense minister says a military drone that crashed in a cornfield and exploded in eastern Poland early on Wednesday was Russian, the country's defense minister said. Police said they received reports of the crash around 2 a.m. and found burned metal and plastic debris at the scene near the village of Osny. As a result of the explosion, windows were broken in some houses, but nobody was injured, PAP reported. Speaking at a press conference on Wednesday afternoon, Poland's defense minister, Władysław Kozyniak-Kamps, confirmed the drone was Russian, saying, quote, this was another provocation carried out by the Russian Federation. It was a Russian drone. Note that it happened in a particular moment as peace talks are ongoing and there are hopes for the end to the war that Russia declared against the state of Ukraine, but which also challenges the security of the NATO member states. In such a moment, Russia provokes again, he said. And in terms of the type of drones, apparently the claim is this is one of those Shahed drones again. And it makes you wonder, is this going to make the war go even further? Because again, I was hearing about how there will potentially be a peace talk and all that, but it seems like it's non-stop with this stuff, huh? And this was a crazy piece of news that was going around a lot here. Imagine being in your home just to find out you have an intruder of sort. I think most people would be in agreement that you could defend yourself if something's happening, for example, because who knows, right? But apparently, I guess the homeowner attacked the person that intruded in his house. So you can read this media release from the Kawartha Lakes Police Service. It says on August 18th at approximately 3:20 a.m., the Kawartha Lakes Police Service responded to an apartment on Kent Street for a report of an altercation between two males. Officers arrived on scene and learned that the resident of the apartment had woke up to find another male, an intruder, inside his apartment. there was an altercation inside the apartment and the intruder received serious life-threatening injuries as a result of that altercation. The intruder was transported to Ross Memorial Hospital and later airlifted to a Toronto hospital. So there's no details in terms of what exactly happened. For example, did the intruder attack the person, for example? But this is insane, even from what I'm reading this. It says here, police have determined that there is no risk to public safety, and as a result of the investigation, a 44-year-old Lindsay man, the homeowner, was charged with aggravated assault with a weapon. He was released with a future court date. A 41-year-old Lindsay man, the intruder, was already wanted by police at the time of the incident for unrelated offenses and has since been additionally charged with possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose, break, enter, and theft, mischief under $5,000, failed to comply probation. Can you imagine that in this case? The homeowner is the one that's getting charged, especially with the fact that this intruder guy was known to the police, for example, for things such as break and enter, possession of a weapon. I mean, what are you waiting for? Someone to get killed before you actually do something? This is ridiculous, isn't it? All right, see you guys later.